Welcome to this very special edition of the KAJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Meir Ezra. He's a millionaire coach and expert in human behavior. Welcome to the show, Meir.
Hi, nice to see you. Nice to see everyone. Very happy to be here.
You are welcome to the show, Mayor. You are welcome to India in this online form. And I'm sure not
Yes,
in India, but a lot of people across the globe will benefit from what we are talking about. Everybody wants money in their lives. A lot of people do not have money in their lives and they want to know, and you will be able to tell them why you don't have enough money. So, my first question to understand, and you have a lot of money, and that is why you are the right person to talk about money. You are the master for today. So my first question to you, Mayor, is to why do some people have so much of money for many lifetimes, and why do people do not have enough money, many millions of them across the world? What is the reason for it? Is it because they are lazy? Is it because of karma? Is it because of something else? Tell us a bit
okay.
about this sort of money which is there but not in my hands.
Okay, good. So money is the result of control. If you control, you will have income, not only money. Income is anything that you want. So you can say that control equals income. Control equals income. So if I control the car, I will have the income from the car to arrive to where I want safely. If I have control over my expenses, I will have the income from it, which means that my profit will grow. If I have control over the client, I have the income, which is he will buy from me. If I have control over my wife, then I'm a magician. But but generally, control brings about money. And the question is how do you get control? And you get control in two ways. And the first one is you need to do what I'm calling closed cycles of actions. Now, in order to understand it, I want to draw something on the screen. So I will just put a drawing. So you'll see there is a cycle of action, which is start, change, and stop. A person born, grows, and he dies. Everything in this universe is start, change, stop, start, change, stop. So when a person is born, he has a lot of processes in his mind, many processes. And every time that he start a cycle, change it, but do not close it, what happens, one or more of those processes get stolen. And the more open cycles you have in your life, the more of those processes get stolen and the less you can do. You become like a computer. When you open in a computer many programs, over time, the computer will become slower and slower and slower, and eventually the computer will crash. So control is actually the ability to start, change, and stop, and by that releasing those processes. And once you release those processes, what you get, here we go, let's see. Once you release those processes, once you actually close the cycles of action, what you actually get is control. If you can start a thought, change a thought, and stop a thought, you're controlling your thought. If you can start a car, change a car, and stop a car, you're controlling the car, and the result is income. So the reason people don't have money is because they have too many open cycles in their life. It is straightforward, just too many open cycles. So you start to make a list. So the first handling is you need to make a list of all the things that you have open in your life. And if you make that list and you say, all those things is the open cycles in my life, and you start to close cycles in your life, and it's not important how small it is, cleaning up the home, paying something that you owe, telling someone something that you hide from him, any open cycle, close the open cycles, and you will become super rich. Rich people are simply people that are willing to confront and close the cycles in their life. Poor people are people that expert in delaying. They delay everything. They never actually close cycles of action. Now, it is so simple and so powerful that most people, when you tell them that, says, that's all. Yes, that's all. Everything you need to know about income is in that. Close your cycles of actions and you'll have money.
Right, right, Meir. Uh, I've understood a bit. I will try to understand from a common man's perspective. Either in terms of someone who is at a small place, someone who is doing a job, someone who is doing small business.
Yeah.
How do they bring about this sort of control into whatever way they are, so that perhaps not become a millionaire like you or maybe billionaire like you, but have enough in their lives? Secondly, you talk about control. Is this about good control, bad control? Sometimes, control is not considered to be good, because you try to, when you are selling a product or a service, you are trying to give more control to your customers, make their life less painful, make it much more easier. It is like you are providing a solution for their pain. So I want to understand then, what is control? How much control can a simple person have in terms of when they are doing a simple job, 9 to 5 job, in their small business as a freelancer? How can they have enough money? Help us understand in that context, because you have done it your way. Maybe people will be able to understand it your way and bring it their way.
Okay. So control is just the ability to start, change, and stop. It's to take something and to bring it to an end, not to do half job, not to do 75% of the job, not to do 99% of the job. It means if I touch something, I play it all the way until it's done. If I start to answer an email, I finish the email. If I start writing a WhatsApp, I finish the WhatsApp. I don't look at the WhatsApp and then say I will answer later. If I touch it, I close it. Because the more open cycles you have, the less control you have. So control is the start, change, stop. So if you can do that, the end result of that is that you can actually control the environment around you. Now, you'll see that most of the thing, in order to bring about success, you need to do many things, maybe 20 actions that repeat themselves every single day. You need to go and post, and you need to answer email, and you need to answer WhatsApp, and you need to pay your bills, and you need to check the expenses, and you need to set up calls. It is simple actions. And the problem with that is that it's boring. Closing cycles of action is boring. If you want to be rich, you need to be willing to do the boring actions again and again and again, and don't be tempted to try new actions. Take the actions that work, 15 to 20 actions, repeat them again and again and again. Don't change anything. You don't need a new marketing campaign. You need a marketing campaign that works, and repeat it. Coca-Cola is the same Coca-Cola for 150 years. The only time that they lost money is 1 year when they tried to change. Do the successful action. iPhone looked the same iPhone for I don't know how many years. Do the same action. Don't look for new things. People that are successful do what works. Useless people change all the time. They hear about that, so they change that. And then they hear about that, and they change that. And then they think about that. And then the total confusion. Just take a successful action, something that is proven to be successful, do it. The only problem is it's too simple, too boring. It is boring and simple. And because it's boring and simple, people are specialized in making things complicated and they want excitement. In business, there is 1% excitement, 9% connection, and 90% boring, boring administration. 90% of your income come from administration, just doing the thing again and again and again, doing the successful actions. And that's what people cannot seems to be able to do. They do many things, but they cannot seems to be able to keep on a given course. Just this is where I'm going, and that's it. Simple. Step by step by step by step by step. That's it. Too simple.
That's it. That's it. So, Meir, if I understand, it's about consistency, it's about continuous effort, about things that are succeeding. B, do not fix something, try to fix something until and unless it's broken. Do not change the winning combination.
Yeah, it works. Do that. Don't change anything. Nothing. Don't change. Just continue to do what works. Just do more of it. Do it more efficiently, but do the same thing. I'm doing the same marketing message maybe in the last 25 years. Same marketing message. I didn't change it. I do the same actions. I have 18 actions that I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, and it brings money. 18 actions. That's all I do. I never do more, never do less. 18 actions. When I try to change it to do 19 or 17, I always see a reduction in the statistics. So I'm not looking for new shining things. I'm looking for simple, workable things. Simple. The key is simple, because the law is that if it's not simple, it contains a lie. Anything that is not simple contains a lie. If your husband come home and said this, give you this complicated story about what happened, he is lying. If it's not simple, it contains a lie. And lie do not work. Not over time. Simple,
Absolutely.
just simple. So successful people are really simple people. What does it mean? What does it mean to be clever? To be clever, it means to be able to recognize truth. My definition of the word clever is the ability to recognize truth. So when you can recognize truth, it's simple. Lies are complicated. So successful people, one of the indications that you will see if this person is really rich, can he actually explain something simply? If he talks for 7 hours explaining something simple, he doesn't know. If someone write to me a book in WhatsApp, I know the guy is confused, he's cuckoo. Smart people write one lesson. I write one letter. I don't write yes, I write Y. Too much time to write YES. Like one letter, a person will write to me a book and I will say, wow, that's all. Because you don't need a book to explain an idea. If you're smart.
Mate. Absolutely. Absolutely. So why is it that some people keep on changing everything within their organization? A new CEO comes, he or she changes a lot of things. Why is it?
Yeah.
Or even in product, a product is doing good and suddenly they think we want to give something more to the customer. It's various choices. They make so many choices and suddenly it becomes so confusing. The customers don't like it. Why is it then they do it when they know it's not going to work?
Yeah. What happened is that when a person when you have a problem, if this is a problem, okay, actually, let me just go back to the drawing. So let's say that this is a problem, okay? If this is a problem, you have one real reason why. One real reason why, and you have endless number of excuses, false reason why. When a person don't have the real reason, he will use an excuse. How do you know that he's using an excuse? There's two indications. Number one, An excuse will make the problem bigger. It will not make the problem smaller, yes? And number two, the real reason will be A, something I can do something about. So for example, if someone telling me, the market is difficult, I ask him, do you have an on-off on the market? Do you have a switch? Market easy, market difficult? He says no. So that's not the reason. But if he tells me, well, we don't promote enough, okay, that I can do something about. So number one is something I can do something about. And number two is once I apply A, the statistics improve immediately. So the real reason why must be something I can do something about, number one. And number two, it must be something that once I apply it, the statistics improve immediately. So the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is that a successful person make sure that he find the real reason why for problems, which means he can do something about it. He doesn't use excuses. He never blames someone else. And he look, does it actually work? And an unsuccessful person use an excuse and wait for 6, 7 months, 1 year until the company get destroyed, and then he find who to blame.
Right, Meir. That's why a lot of people use jargons to confuse and make the problems look so big that you spend money on it, because they think that the customer thinks that if it's too simple, then they won't be able to sell it. But they buy Coca-Cola, they buy Apple phone, they buy so many things which are the same, which are simple.
Yeah, my law is like that. When a person knows, for him it is simple. So when a person tells me that it's complicated, I know he doesn't know. If I go to a doctor and the doctor said to me, whoa, this is a complicated problem, I run. I got to find a doctor that thinks that the problem is simple. Because the doctor that thinks that the problem is complicated telling me I don't know. I'm looking for someone that knows. A person that tells you that something is complicated, advertising that he knows nothing about it, and I don't care how many degrees he have, and I don't care how he got those degrees, one thing for sure, it was not honest.
Right, Meir. Right. Is it about the mindset? You have a mindset from the very beginning. With this mindset, you were in the elite Navy units in Israel, and you were there, Israeli submarines. And that's the mindset that has helped you in business. Let me go further back. You were born with a deformity, and you still live with the pain. You continue to live with the pain and build your life, and built even a position in the elite commando unit, in the units of Israeli Navy. Is it about the mindset? A lot of people always keep on complaining, being victim of their own situations, victim of their own, and they keep on talking about not having so many things, never talking about what they have that they can build. Is it about the mindset, also about money? Help us in that backdrop about your own life story.
Yeah. So the key for success, not the key for money, the key for success is understanding. Anything you understand, you really need to understand, you control. If you don't understand it, you don't control. So you need knowledge, yes? So let's look about what does it mean, mindset. What is a mind? Let's just clear this thing up, and then it will, I think, make sense. So if this is a person, this is your body, there is a spirit, which we will define within a second. The spirit have a body and the spirit have a mind. The mind is just a series of pictures. Every second you take 25 pictures. Every picture have 57 perception. So the mind is just sets of memories. So it's not about the mindset. It's actually about your ability to not rely on your mind and to know as the spirit, because the spirit is this thing that knows, and the mind is just a servo mechanism, is just pictures from the past. So the more you use your mind, the less you use yourself. So I can say that the only problem of a person is his experience, because the experience, your mind, your past, your experience is what limits you. It tells you what you cannot do, because the spirit can do anything. The mind tells you what you cannot do. So the more you rely on your mind, the worse you'll get. According to, if people will use their experience, we will never fly, because it was proven that you cannot fly. If we take our experience, it was proven that the world was flat. If according to experience, we will never progress. The only reason someone progress is because he said, the hell with the experience, I'm going to do something else. And what's this thing? The spirit, the definition of the word spirit is this thing that knows. You are a spirit, you don't have a spirit. You are a spirit, you have a body, you have a mind. And when you rely on your mind, you don't know, you don't rely on yourself. So you, the spirit, knows. It's like you know your name. You don't remember your name. You know your name. What you know, you know. And the more people think that they need to rely on data, the worse they get. The only improvement, the only way for people to improve is to know that they know. So when people are not doing well in life, is because they are so stuck in the past. They find the wrong reason why. They have an excuse. Instead of, they find an excuse about the past. They say, well, my dad abused me when I was 3 years old, and now he's 70 years old, and he's still blaming his dad. More or less at the age of 3 years and 1 second, you should say, okay, fine, I understand that's happened next. Let's create. I'm the spirit. I can bring about something out of nothing. I'm the spirit. I'm the one that knows. And the more you rely on your past, the worse you will get.
Right, right, man. Right. So I want to understand your mindset, in spite of all the pain, you developed a state of mind. Is it because of your parents, or is it because of your own mind that you developed it later on that helped you? Because even if it was for your parents that you could develop in your initial years, you still went on and took that risk, surviving on $6 a day, and then built up a business that the world knows about. Help us understand that from that background. How do we develop that state of mind that helps you not only survive but thrive?
You need to realize that the past has no value. You need to let go of the past. You need to do, in every action in your life, you need to let go of the past. Because if you let go of the past, you don't blame. And if you don't blame, you can succeed. What's the definition of the word success? Success is the sum of all validated improvements. So for as long as you blame, you cannot validate an improvement, because you blame someone else. There's no improvement. So if I know that I have no one to blame, not the past, not someone else, not my parents, not anyone, I cannot blame anyone. If I really know that, then the only option that I have is to create. It's me. If it's successful, it's me. If it's not successful, it's also me. And so I can never actually fail, because it's me. Because if I didn't bring it about, I didn't bring it about. I can bring it about. I can change it. But if I blame you for my condition, now I'm your prisoner. I have to beg you for please changing it. You understand? So this different is you need to let go of the past. The past has zero importance. And when you don't have a past, you cannot blame. To blame who? It's me. It's only me. Only when you're holding on to the past, you have someone to blame. And when you blame, you become useless. I can tell you that a person is as useless as he blamed. If I go to a war and I was in a war and I blame the commander for the terrorists that shoot me, I will be dead. But if I say, no, it's me, terrorists shoot me, I'll shoot him twice. So it's not a problem, because it's me. And if I die, I die. Because I have in my life, I have a viewpoint that I'm willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. If I win, beautiful. If I lost, beautiful. I don't care. I play for the fun. And the fun is not by winning, is not by losing. The fun is by playing. So nothing can stop me because I cannot lose. I cannot win. I don't care. I just play for the love of the game.
Beautiful, beautiful game. Let's look
Thank
at
you.
this, the money part. Is it money is also about me? If everything else is, I have to create money for whatever, for difficulties or for good, then is money also about me, or money is about society? Because you do a lot of philanthropy. Help us understand. Many people just want money to make their lives better. Beautiful. What about making the world beautiful? Help us in that backdrop, with lots of money with you, with lots of philanthropy by you.
Yeah. So if you want money, you need to understand money, first of all. Okay. So what is money? Most of the people say that money is this thing that you give and get something back. People say that money is paper. People say all kind of things. But actually, money is only an idea that is backed up by confidence. So I have a credit card. It's a piece of black thing. It costs maybe 5 cents. But I go to Mercedes, I go in, I take a car that worth $250,000, take it, give them a plastic. Why? This idea of plastic, this thing, they have a confidence that they will get money. I sell my product. I had an idea. I sold it to an oil company. They didn't try it. They didn't. I just sold them the idea that it can help them. And because I closed them on the idea, they got the confidence. They gave me a lot of money. They gave me $100 million. So when you actually realize that what you need to deal with is ideas that you can bring confidence with, all of a sudden you see there's endless amount of money. Bitcoin, it's an idea that backed up by confidence. And when the confidence goes up, the price goes up. And when the confidence goes down, the price goes down. So everything is, all the money in the world is just idea backed by confidence. So most people think that the money comes because of work. No, money comes because you have an idea, or you take on an idea and you build confidence. When the client has the confidence that I will solve his problem with my idea, at that moment, he gives me money. So money is just this idea that I build confidence around, and that's all. And if people understand that this is what money is all about, then they need to build confidence. How do you build confidence? You help people. By helping them, you build their confidence. Once they have the confidence, they will kill for you. They will do anything for you. Of course, they'll give you money, but they will actually physically kill. Whoops. Oh, I think. Hello?
Right. No problem. I can hear
Yeah.
you, Meir.
Yeah, somehow something went wrong here. Hold on a second.
No problem.
Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is that money is, once you understand that money is just an idea built, backed by confidence, at that moment, it's very, very simple to understand what's really going on. What's really going on is you have an idea backed by confidence. That's all.
Absolutely.
Okay, I need to reset my
Wonderfully.
machine, so
No
probably
problem.
we
No
should
problem.
end.
Your audio is very much there, and it is about knowledge, not about just the visual. So as long as your voice is there, it is wonderfully well, beautiful. I can
Thank
tell
you.
you.
Thank you.
And so, man, I wanted to understand, that this is so much to understand. In a nutshell, what would you like to tell people? What should they remember if they want to have enough money in their life? In a nutshell, in some pointers, in a in a short way.
Okay, so the first thing that I will recommend is as much as you can drop the past. just drop the past. You have an argument with someone, give it 10 minutes, 20 minutes, hour, drop it. Make sure that it's gone, it's finished, it's not really important. Number two, once you manage to realize that really the past is not important, the next thing I would recommend is that you close cycles of actions. Close cycle of action. Make a list of all your open cycles and close the cycles of actions. Whatever you have open, and this thing can be cleaning up your house, it can be answering communication that you did not answer for a long time. It can be understanding what you didn't really understand and said that you did. It can be, and this is a very important thing, all the things that you hide, things that you've done that you considered are not okay, that you're hiding from people. Find a way to tell the person what you did and take responsibility for it. And if you'll do only those things, don't rely on your past, end cycle on the past, and close cycles of actions, which mean don't blame and close cycles of action, you will see your life will get sorted out easily. It's nothing like, you will see that everything will sort out like in a magic. And by the way, I've done it with tens and thousands of people. It always works. So it's not just a theory. It's not just something, yes, I'm thinking about.
Absolutely, absolutely, Meir. So a lot of people, who would want to learn more from this, from you directly, a lot of people who would want to engage with you in a professional capacity, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
So the easiest way is over Instagram. They just type in Meir Ezra Official, MEIREZRA Official. That's my name on Instagram. The second option is to go to my website, gprosperity.com. And one of those ways, or just search my name on YouTube and you'll find thousands of videos and testimonials and so on and so on.
Wonderful, wonderful. With this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KAJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.